Many people come to the spiritual path seeking peace. But what they often encounter first is confusion, frustration, even pain. This creates a silent doubt. If spirituality is meant to free me, why does it feel harder than before? Ramana Maharshi addressed this question directly, not as a problem to be fixed, but as a sign that something important is actually happening. At the beginning of spiritual practice, the mind is usually busy, outward turned, and unquestioned. Life feels familiar, even if it feels restless. But the moment inquiry begins, the moment silence is valued, the mind starts to lose its central position. And this is where discomfort appears. Not because something has gone wrong, but because something false is being challenged. The mind has lived for years as the unquestioned ruler. It decides what is right, what is wrong, who you are, and what you should become. Spiritual practice does not immediately destroy the mind. Instead, it exposes it. And exposure feels painful. Ramana Maharshi said that the ego does not die peacefully. It resists, quietly at first, then strongly. This resistance is often misunderstood as failure. In truth, it is evidence of sincerity. When you sit in silence, when you turn attention inward, when you ask, "Who am I?" the mind loses its habitual escape routes. It can no longer distract itself as easily. Thoughts become louder. Restlessness increases. Old fears and unresolved emotions surface. This is not regression. This is purification. Just as muddy water becomes more disturbed before it settles, the inner field becomes turbulent before it becomes still. Ramana Maharshi often reminded seekers that peace is not something new to be created. It is what remains when disturbance ends. But before disturbance ends, it must be seen clearly. And seeing clearly is uncomfortable for the ego. The mind wants results. It wants progress. It wants reassurance. But self-inquiry offers none of these. It simply asks you to remain present, without running away. This staying, this quiet endurance, is what feels painful, not because silence hurts, but because avoidance is no longer available. Many seekers abandon the path at this stage. They assume spirituality should feel pleasant, calm, and immediately rewarding. Ramana Maharshi pointed out that this expectation itself is the obstacle. Peace is not an experience that comes and goes. It is the natural state. But the mind can only recognize this after it stops interfering. Until then, effort feels heavy. Confusion feels personal. Doubt feels convincing. Yet this phase is temporary. What sustains the seeker is not force, but understanding. Understanding that discomfort is not failure. Understanding that resistance is not regression. Understanding that the path feels painful because it is honest. Eventually, something subtle happens. The seeker notices that the pain is not constant. That silence appears between thoughts. That effort relaxes by itself. And in those moments, there is a quiet recognition. I am not the struggle. I am aware of it. This recognition does not arrive dramatically. It arrives naturally. And when it does, peace no longer needs to be pursued. It is simply noticed, as what was always present, even during the pain. Ramana Maharshi did not promise an easy path. He pointed to a true one. And truth, before it liberates, first dissolves what is false.